in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Here comes the 0-1. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. And he makes the catch on the track. Just missed a homer that time. And now Matt Olson up to hit. And that one fouled off.
Matt Olson, he's one of those guys with light tower power from the left side. Reached 100 career home runs in less than 400 games played.
Back foot slider struck him out. Here's Austin Riley. This guy has turned into a beast. That one fouled off. Yeah, Chris, only 10 other players have ever accomplished that milestone so quickly, and I am not going to list them right now. The 0-1. That catches the corner.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And 1-2.
It's a good take.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. And the Braves go down quietly. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. You're dialed into the show. Back now in Toronto. Our starting pitcher in this one, Bryce Elder. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. Some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
And the pitch. George Springer in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Next pitch is inside, and the count is 2-0. That's a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. Slider right there.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Up the middle. Dives, and he can't hang on. And he beats it. That's a hit. Great try there. Bo Bichette up to the dish. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. In the air, right side of the infield. Olson settles under it. He makes the grab, and there's one down.
Batting third, the designated hitter,
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. On the ground right side. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw is still in time, and they do get the second out of the inning.
The left fielder,
And now it's Dalton Varsho. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Runner leads away at second. And that one fouled off. Man at second. And a count 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Down and in, moved his feet. Left-hand hitter waits. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Man on second, 2 down. That's ripped. Base hit. Here comes Springer around third. The tag, and that's out number 3, inning over.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is great technique from start to finish. Nice job to end the inning.
Welcome back. New inning getting started. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Sean Murphy. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Berrios back to work. That's in there. That's strike 1.
You come into the game knowing that unless the ball's in the dirt or gets by him, we're probably not going to steal anything today. So that's where you want to get a little more aggressive on your secondary lead and hope that some base hits, some slugs, some home runs can come into play.
And a 1-2. Hit hard on the ground is short. Fires across the diamond. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Eddie Rosario.
Here's Eddie Rosario. Pitch is in there. Strike 1. No score here in the second. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. The punch out there, and that quickly 2 away.
Already 3 strikeouts here in the early part of this start, so I think the guys further down in this lineup might need to take notice, take some notes, share some information. Got to bring a better plan to the plate, or else it's going to be a really difficult game. Disrupt his pitcher, do something to get him out of his rhythm.
Next pitch downstairs. Ball 2.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
And a 2-1 on the way. Good eye right there.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
There's a strike.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, Should be a good outing for him.
That one to first. Bell takes it himself. That's out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied 0-0. Back here at Rogers Center, bottom of the second. And now the veteran third baseman, Matt Chapman. And the right-hander back to work. Chapman gets a piece there. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Patrick Johnson behind the plate.
Patty Johnson to some, Boog, but I'd ask permission first before I called him that. Does a pretty good job back there. Occasionally we'll see a couple of sideways looks from players, but that kind of comes with the territory, right?
So now 1-2. Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see these guys a lot.
Yeah, Boog, these guys are all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So when you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with some of these guys.
That misses, and it's 3-2.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Whit Merrifield up to the plate. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. In the air, left field, down the line. Ozuna makes the grab, one away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Up to the plate is Brandon Belt.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
That misses. 2 balls, no strikes, the count.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Chopper to second. Albies on to first. Yeah, they get Belt for the out.
Batting in, the catcher, Danny.
Now it's Jansen to hit. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Next pitch misses inside, and the count is 1-1. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. One-two now. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead. Jansen into second, and he's got a double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Here's Kiermaier now.
Pretty amazing, going way back. Possibly the best center fielder I've ever seen.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Runner at second, 2 down. Next offering is in for a strike.
All you got to do is concentrate and execute this next pitch. Get yourself out of the jam, back into the dugout.
And a swing and a miss, and that's that. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now a 1-0 ball game. On to the third inning. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Marcell Ozuna. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Berrios back to work. 0-1. Ozuna goes 6'1", hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he's a former Silver Slugger recipient in the National League. That one misses in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got it by him for the K.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
The center fielder, Harris.
Michael Harris next up for the Braves. Pitch misses outside, and that's ball 1. One down, base is empty.
Yeah.
Lifted in the air down the left side, and that gets down into the gap.
That ball right there landed in what they call a no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's Orlando Arcia. That just misses, and that is ball 1.
Good speed on the base paths. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or run and hit.
Berrios a check to first. Arcia, 28 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. And he deals. And a foul ball. The pitch. And that one off the outside edge. Runner on the goal. That's in for a strike. Jansen, great throw. He's out.
Well, they tried to press their luck a little after having just picked up their first hit of this ball game. So that caught stealing kind of stings. Can't blame them for trying to get something going offensively, but so far it's just not happening for these guys.
That's out to center field. Kiermaier moving under it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Back here at the ballpark, set for the bottom of the third, and the batter is George Springer.
George Springer.
The line to kick the pitch. Chris, one of the things that's really cool about George Springer's story is what he has overcome. As a kid, he had a lot of anxiety, and he had a stutter, and he's a guy now that speaks publicly and does so marvelously and is a great spokesperson for young people who struggle with stuttering.
Yeah, the Stuttering Association for the Young, SAY is the acronym, and George Springer doing a great job representing that organization.
1 strike.
The 2-1. And strike 2.
2-2 now.
Next offering misses down and away. Out there to center. Albies pulls it in on the run.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those could be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Bo Bichette. Ball 1, no strikes. And another ball.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. And that one clips the corner.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
The 2-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And now it's 3-2.
These first two hitters really making him work out there. Already 14 pitches this inning.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Grounded out his first time. Line drive, base hit, right center field. Bichette around second, headed for third. Across is the runner from first. It's 2-0.
Waste no time there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Now at the plate, Dalton Varsho. Single to right in his first trip. Now one missed.
1-0.
One out and a runner at second. Pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Appears they're working around him with the base open, Singy.
Well, you know, these 2-0 counts, Boo, they're just not what they used to be, and we sound like old guys when I say that. But ultimately, this is a strategic game, and you expect to see this type of approach by the pitcher in this situation.
3-0 down. The 3-1. Swing and a ball hammered left field. Ozuna ranging back, and that ball is gone. That's what the fans came to see. His 7th home run of the season. It's 4-0.
When you see a guy take a slider on the outside part of the plate and hit an opposite field home run, fires you up because not only is he flexing the muscles to show the pop, that kind of approach, you'll hit for a high average as well.
And here is Matt Chapman, and the first pitch misses for ball 1. Still only one out here in the inning. And there's the strike. Check swing, and that's a ball.
Really good check swing right there. So difficult to hold off on the slider from a same side thrower. Very difficult to pick up the release point.
Kicks and fires. Ground ball, Austin Riley. Throw is low, and he can't pick it.
The batter, number 15, second baseman, Whit Merrifield.
Now it's the second baseman, Whit Merrifield. 0 for 1 with a flyout. It's amazing. We get a chance to talk to a lot of opposing managers. This guy scares managers on the other team as much as anyone.
And he gets to fly beneath the radar with the other more recognizable names in this lineup.
Righty to the plate. Swing and a foul. Pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. The 0-2. And down on strikes. And now 2 gone.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
And now the first baseman, Brandon Bell. He's 0 for 1. Elder checks the runner. Chapman dives back in safely. In there at the knees. That's strike 1.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at bat to try to get something to hit hard.
Check swing. He went. And the count is 0-2. Two outs. Oh, and he hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
Oh, that stings right there. He was just 1 out away from going back to his seat in the dugout, but instead, he's going to have to face another test. Hopefully, he can forget about the one that got away. Luke, have you forgotten about the one that got away?
Jansen at the plate for the second time as he takes ball 1. First signs of bullpen movement here in the early going. Danny Young getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Righty delivers. That's in there. And the count 1-1.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Swung on, belted. That's back there. And it's caught just in front of the wall. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. It's now a 4-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back now in Toronto as we go to the top of the 4th. Now in for the Braves, Ronald Acuna Jr. And a pitch. Ronald Acuna Jr., a guy who burst on the scene in 2018. He was only 20 years old, and he is one of the great talents in baseball right now. And now it's even up.
Well, I love the fact that he has a lot of fun playing the game, and that rookie year, an OPS of .917, just paving the way for what we think will be a Hall of Fame finish to his career.
Kicks and deals. And there's the strike. Incredibly, the Braves able to win the 2021 World Series without Acuna. He blew his knee out, tore his right ACL on July 10th, 2021 in Miami. He was done for the year, and the Braves still able to win it. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. Struck out swinging his first time. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. And a strike on the outside edge.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Next offering is in for a strike. Left-hand batter waits. And downstairs. Two. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And the righty deals. Got him looking. 2 out.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you've got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the 3rd one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
And that one pulled foul. And there's a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They're down 4-0. And welcome back. And now Kevin Kiermaier. Chris, his skill set straight out of the mid-80s. Good contact, not much power, and he could run. He always uses the wheels to his advantage.
His biggest challenge in this day and age is to not get caught up in trying to hit home runs because so many people are.
Strike 2.
I think baseball's starting to understand that those guys are valuable like they once were. They need them in this game today.
To the right side. Throw on to Olsen. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Here's George Springer. 1 for 2. That one's in there, 0-1. Upstairs. The 1-1. Just off the outside edge. Ground ball right side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. He doesn't have a play, and they come away without an out. Runner on at first with 1 gone. Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. He's got the power. Springer on the run. Pitch inside. Safe at second with a stolen base.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game. Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of respect.
So 2 balls and no strikes.
He's been trying to tease the zone with that slider, but these hitters have showed patience, not going outside the strike zone.
That one hit to right. And Acuna able to make the grab. And there's 2 away.
Now that's the designated hitter, Vladimir.
And next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. And a swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Check swing on an 0-2. Appeal to first, and he held back, according to Larry Bullard. That misses the zone, and the count is even 2-2. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. This one drilled to left. No doubt about it as they add on more. Gone. He'll touch them all. And they add to the lead. It's 6-0. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
New pitcher on now, Danny Young. He's being eased into the game here with the bases empty.
Number 65, Danny Young.
And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. He's already homered in this game. And first offering is fouled off. And the slider just misses. And now 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Line drive, Albies. And that is the inning. The Jays get a pair on this homer. It's now a 6-0 ball game. Back after this on the show. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's Sean Murphy.
The catcher, Sean.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
So now the DH spot, Eddie Rosario. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
Here's a 1-1. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
Good job to fight that one off. Next one misses, and the count's even at 2.
2 strikes.
Tries to check his swing, but he makes contact. Merrifield to first in time. And the first 2 set down to the top of the 5th.
Ozzie Albies.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ozzie Albies. First pitch, and he just misses.
Yeah, but kind of hard to believe, but Ozzie Albies, first second baseman in Braves history to win a Silver Slugger.
And he's won multiple Silver Sluggers now. The pitch. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Next pitch inside. 2-2.
The idea was right. Looking to locate that fastball up and in. He just missed his spot a little bit.
Smoked on the ground to second. Tosses to first. And Albies is retired. And that is that. Braves go down quickly here. Still up against a 6-0 deficit. Welcome back. John Sciambi with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5. Matt Chapman. The pitch. Slapped foul.
Well, these Jays really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
And a pitch. Got him swinging. Here's the second baseman, Whit Merrifield.
Second baseman, Whit Merrifield.
That one down the line, and it stays fair. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Caught it out front and ripped it down the line. And as soon as he saw it get through the infield, man, he started making that big turn towards second for the double.
Brandon Bell next up for the Blue Jays. And first offering is fouled off. Runner at second here, one gone. That one misses, and now it's even 1-1. And here it comes. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move.
Nope.
Ball misses. Throw to third. He's safe.
Wow, these guys are merciless. I'd say a questionable decision to steal third right there with a big lead. Probably won't be received well in the other dugout.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still laid on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Jansen, the next to hit, takes ball one. And that clips the inside corner. The pitch. Sinker catches the zone at the knees.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
Out to short, Arcia. Throws across the diamond. Inning over. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. We're through 5. It's the Blue Jays 6 and the Braves nothing. Top 6. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Marcell Ozuna.
Although he consistently hits the ball hard, his exit velocity and barrel rate, here are the tops in the league.
That one catches the zone, and that's strike one. That clips the corner. Next offering is down low.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Here comes a pitch. Swings and misses, struck him out. Michael Harris next up for the Braves. 1 for 1. He singled to left his first time through. In there, and it's 0-1.
Well, an at bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike one here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
0-1 now. And that one missing low. That catches the top part of the zone, and that is strike 2. Line drive, caught. Two outs, base is empty. Orlando Arcia will hit next. He's 0 for 1. First offering misses the mark.
Now this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Next offering is downstairs.
2-0.
Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boo. The last one wasn't even close.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. In there for strike 1.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
The pitch. Check swing, tried to hold up, now an appeal to first. And he went, says Larry Bullard. One and two now on Acuna.
2-2 the count.
At the belt and fires. And now it's filled up.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Matt Olson next to bat for the Braves. 3-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Right-hander kicks, deals. Here's a high chopper. Chapman fires to first on the run, and that'll do it. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. 9-1 and 2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Blue Jays 6 and the Braves nothing. Back here at the ballpark, bottom of the 6th inning. Here's Kevin Kiermaier.
The center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
And he deals. Young, a 6'3 lefty. He features a slider, a sinker, and he works in a changeup. The 1-0. That's inside.
Ball 2.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. The pitch. This one smacked out to left center. Snags it on the run. One up, one down.
The right fielder, George Springer.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. George Springer, a Connecticut native, in fact played his college ball at UConn. First round pick by the Astros in 2011, and he helped lead the Astros to the World Series in 2017. On the ground right side, and that's just foul.
Yeah, just a tremendous athlete, and his signing was the turning point in the Houston Astros organization to become a winning franchise. And you remember that magazine cover back in 2014 predicting the Astros to win the World Series in 2017, and it came true.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes, and that's outside. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Kicks and fires. And there's ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Bo Bichette digs in now. First pitch just misses. Rolled to short, possible 2 ball. Arcia over to second, on to first, double play, and that's the inning. Nothing across here this half. We're through 6 full. It's the Blue Jays 6 and the Braves nothing. Back now in Toronto. Matt Olson up to the plate.
The first baseman, Matt Olson.
Berrios back to work. And that's a little high. The wind of the pitch. Just missed. And it's even up. Got him. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Here's the 3rd baseman, Austin Riley, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Kicks and deals.
1-1.
Swings and misses. 1 and 2.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. And talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to it.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. So here's Murphy now, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. Next pitch is popped up. And that is that. Another scoreless inning, and now that's 7 shutout frames. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Blue Jays 6 and the Braves nothing. Bottom of the 7th. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The pitch. Back to the mound. Throws to first. And Guerrero is set down.
Fielder, number 25, Dalton.
At the plate, Dalton Varsho. He's already homered here in this one. Late swing, foul to the left. That one not close. And that's ball 1. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Number 51 getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. That one to first. He'll do it himself. 2 up, 2 down.
The batter, the 3rd baseman, Matt Chapman.
And here is Matt Chapman. In for a strike. It's 0-1. And a foul ball. The 0-2. On the ground to third. Riley fires to first. Gets him easily, ends the inning. Blue Jays go down in order. They lead it, though, 6-0. Back here at Rogers Center, we go to the 8th. Now it's the DH, Eddie Rosario. Berrios still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one, and at this point, He wants to finish what he started.
That's a ball.
First offering misses the mark. Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
Absolutely. When you consider over the course of a long season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to pry the ball out of a hand of a guy like this because he's so competitive.
Second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. And first offering is fouled off. And the right-hander deals.
Man, he is just dialed in right now. Every pitch thrown with so much conviction.
Next offering in the dirt. 1-2 to count.
Well, he's just about to throw his 100th pitch. Man, he's got a chance to get through this 8th inning if he can get 2 more quick outs.
Next offering is fouled back. Next one misses, and it's 2-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
On the ground to the left. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
The left fielder, number 20, Marcell Ozuna.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. On the outside corner, that's strike 1.
0-1.
And a big swing and a miss.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
The 0-2. Ozuna tries to hold up, appeal to first, and that's going to be ruled a swing. Totally dominant on the mound as he's through 8 without surrendering a run. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Blue Jays 6 and the Braves nothing. And welcome back. Now it's the second baseman, Whit Merrifield.
The second baseman, Whit Merrifield.
And the pitch. Late swing fouled off. And now the lefty just missed. And that's outside.
That ball went out.
And here it comes. And now 2-2. Slow ground ball to the right side. On the run, sent it over to first. They get him, but it was pretty close.
Up next to the Blue Jays, the first baseman, Brandon.
And here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. And that's in there for strike 1. Swings and misses, and he's down on strikes for the second time today.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Jansen in now, takes ball one off the plate.
No strike.
And a pitch. Foul ball. Next pitch is in the dirt, and it's 2-1. To the right side. Albies over to first in time. Play made, that ends the inning. Looks like he's heading back out for the ninth as he'll go for the shutout when we get back. We go to the ninth. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about. He's been so sharp today, even over 100 pitches thrown. His skipper is leaving him in there to finish the job.
Next offering upstairs. Slap the other way, foul. The 2-1. Down the line towards the corner. Great catch, foul ground up against the wall. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Orlando Arcia. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Out number 2. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Two down, nobody on. And foul ball. The wind, the kick, and the 1-2. Now a check swing, but he held up. Right side. That one gets down for a hit. Around first, heading for 2. The throw into second, but he's in there easily.
You got to get on your horse and get to that thing and get it back in, because he's going to come barrel around first. He's going to put pressure on you. If you bobble it or you don't get there in a hurry, he's going to make you look silly and end up on second base.
Here's Matt Olson. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. Just missed. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Trevor Richards preparing to come on if needed. Meza, the power lefty, up as well. Here's a 1-1. Nice grab to first. And what a play. Ball game.
Terrific job in this game. He scattered 2 hits and pretty dominant. Efficient with his pitch count. Got himself all the way to the finish line and finished what he started.
6-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.